Hello everyone, Ito here and welcome back to another week of the Minecraft series. And this week we are going to keep working on our bottom of the world project, which is the generation of ores, because we need a lot of things to do. And you can see I prepared a lot of stuff. And we are going to work into generating the ores because we are going to need a lot of resources. And actually, as you can see just behind me, now we are requiring even more iron for the altar. Just here. Iron ingots, we need 26, and we got pretty much 0. So we need to keep working hard for this, and hopefully this week we are going to make huge update. So let me show you how this is going to go right now. And of course, on the Monday, we worked really hard, escaping from Endermans, not getting killed by other mobs, and also on working with the flint. So now we got this storage system for the flint, and as you can see, it's getting filled up with all the flint that we had previously on the top of the world into the glass generation chamber. And now we are storing everything here. So we prepared the raid chest here. Ooh, interesting. Why that guy went there and not here? Haha. It should be, of course, storing here. We got the stockpile switches that are not going to provide any power. But on the top side here, we got a funnel. A chute with the filter, of course, and we are getting the signal from the top one. So when the top one is going to be totally filled up, it's going to stop the signal. So we are not going to be receiving any more flint here, and when it's of course going to be empty, that means we're going to start emptying these other ones. Everything is going to be released, and we are going to need the flint pretty much for creating the deepslate stuff, you know. We will require the flint for that. So hopefully that's going to work nice. And that's kind of pretty much what we did. So we went here and we created the whole tunnel here, all of this big hole, all the way up into the world here, and then we kind of overlap it with our old tunnel that we got for the kelp farm. And yeah, we made the big hole. As you can see here, it's dark, and then we kind of overlap it with the other one for the clay. And you can see here behind the glass farm, which is this one, by the way, we got the filter. You can see the icons there because we are too far away for having that show into the camera. But yeah, everything now is collecting the flint from there, and we did that twice because the world corrupted a little bit, so we needed to go into a backup. And yeah, also I got intoxicated by gas, so the start of the build wasn't the best one, but I would say that we made decent progress. So sometimes when you are not in your best, you just do what you can with the cards that you are getting over, and I would consider that a really big progress, consider everything. So hopefully the rest of the week is going to be with more speed. And on the Wednesday, we did 2 big achievements, starting with my healing one. Look at my hunger bar. Hahaha, now it's not getting depleted because I fixed this. It was a problem with mindful eating config, but now it's working as intended inside of the vault. So the difference was I got kind of a proportional diet. That means every single time that you heal, you consume more hunger, so you are more incentivized to use this food. But yeah, that is not happening anymore because it's not how the vault is intended, especially with the healing, so this is better. And we can revert back if we want kind of playing more harder mode. And the other thing is working on this part, so as you can see, we still got the flint storage working, but now we got a brain for it. So we went over the back here and we made the redstone spaghetti mess. So now we are reading the comparator of the different lines, and this is kind of a cool property on the redstone for the grade mod, the rose quartz lamps. It's always going to provide a power of 15 if it's the closest one to the comparator. That means this one is 14 and that one is 13. In this case, we got one less if we activate one of these lamps because this is 15, 14, and so on. But then we are reading with a redstone signal, and we are allowing the redstone to fade off. So this line goes for the lower numbers, this from the higher, I mean the other way around. This one is the bigger numbers, so that lamp is 15, so it's going to send 15 here because it's 15 comparator, 15 on the block, 15 on the redstone, 14, 13, this one starts on 12, 11, and I believe this is kind of a 7. Yeah, that one is 7. So every single time that we swap in between the lamps here, the other ones are going to be off, of course, because they are all connected, and we are going to send an update on the redstone line here. That way we got so much light, so this is not lagged out. And then we are going to activate this circuit, which is going to be the fluid basin emptier, which what it's going to do is it's going to activate this piston for 6 seconds. This piston is going to connect into this pipeline, which is connecting right now into the basin, as you can see here, and it's actually going to drain out the block or the bucket that we got kind of in the basin. So we are going to drain that guy out, and then with this other signal, which is a 7-second delay, we are going to send a short pulse that we are going to extend for this extra tick, which is going to push the piston that we have here. Can I show you the piston? Nope. But believe me, there is a piston there that is going to push the block on this portion, and then it's going to retract, pretty much voiding the block there. That way we are going to clear the fluid. And also we got the flint dispensers configured for the different type of ores, and that way, depending of the amount of flint that we are going to require, is the extension of these guys how this is going to work. And I found something really interesting with these redstone pulse extenders, which works a little bit like the comparator. So this guy, it's on the sending mode. It's kind of at the inverse, if you want, on the comparator. So when you light the comparator light, and in this case it's 2 seconds, and the second one, which is the normal one, is going to subtract 14 ticks from that guy. So actually this delay is 1 second and 6 ticks instead of the actually kind of 2 seconds and a half that it should be with this one. So I found that really helpful in order for having kind of a shorter margins of precision. And this is the one for the tree flint, which is just kind of an extender. It's really simple. Every 6 ticks, pretty much you get one flint, one drop on the funnels activated, and that one is just with 2. So if I can go, oh, okay, that was bad. If I can go here, can I? Maybe not. Maybe it's not possible. Oh, let me use the camera. So here we just are going to have 12 ticks because we are only going to send 2 flint. And then over here we got just a master switch, which are going to read all the signals. It's going to invert them, of course. That way we can send one of these at a time. And we need to invert that again because we need to have the flint locked all the time, otherwise the system is going to overflow. And this is the whole array of the flint part. So that is done. Flint is totally done into the system, and now we are going to need to add here an on-off clock, which is that guy that we need to configure. And then we need to add kind of one layer of configuration for every single one of these, which is going to be on the next streams, creating a huge tower of the kind of a brain for every single one of it. On the Friday, we finished the system with the cobblestone part, so let me show you that. I mean, with the cobble deepslate, not cobblestone. So cobble dispenser, same idea that we have with the flint. Of course, we made the range of blocks that needs to dispense cobble for getting generated on 6 ticks. Then we went for the deepslate, 3 in this case, same ordeal, and then the last one is the infested, only 2 of them. So this is really more straightforward, was really easy to make. We experienced a little bit of an issue with the lava lake over there, but no accidents happened, so we are fine. And with that, we completed pretty much everything that we require for this to work, except for the clock. And the reason why we didn't work on the clock is because we work on kind of a more pressing matters, if you want. So we made the array on how this should work eventually in the future. So you need to be sure that this is going to be covered like this. Maybe, actually, I believe it's going to look better like that. And then we are going to have another array of selector for the rocks. like andesite we're going to require a lot, and of course diorite that we are still producing here, and as you can see I totally run out, and also the extra ones that we are going to use for calcite, tuff, and the fourth type of grey rocks, greensite, azurine, viridium, ochrum, all of them. So that's going to be in the future. I believe the next week we are going to try to work over how to make an array panel that is going to also be smart, so we can swap from this panel to that panel to this one without any issues into the system. But the whole concept is just kind of expanding what we have already here and testing, because we haven't tested yet. As you can see, I got a lot of stuff here just for blocking if everything broke. These are my safety mechanisms. And on the pressing matters that we did, we added this kind of a not finished yet expansion because we ran out. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, bye. See you later, guys. So yeah, as I was saying, without any interruptions, we work on more pressing matters, where the bees are here, we are fine. And we worked on the time system for fixing our chocolate generator, and we of course run out of materials, so as you can see, not so much in diorite. I'm not going to explain this, it's kind of a really big mess of stuff, but when we are going to need more chocolate, that is going to create a clock that is going to send the sugar. I'm going to use the camera from here. So we are going to request the sugar, and if you follow me here, sugar is getting from that array blocked here. So we are going to convert that honey bottle into 3 pieces of sugar. That is the one that is getting locked. Then we are going to also habilitate or enable the deployer that is going to deploy bone meal, which is in this case over here. And as you can see, why we started this week, kind of tweaking also the bone meal into the system, because we are going to do this kind of a 2 seconds delay, which is going to be like 3 swaps. So this guy is always going to be full on height and is going to produce the cocoa beans. And also we are going to release after 3 seconds later this guy, which is this one. So that guy is going to be logged and then open, so that means the extra cocoa beans are going to go all the way into the system up to the storage, and that's going to secure that we can produce chocolate in a secure way. And also a little bit of an override system here that is going to mainly power up this block and lock everything here. So it's going to ensure that we are going to request sugar for the system, in this case for these guys, the Blaze Cake factory, because there's a chance that that sugar cane farm is not going to be enough. We are going to send the honey bottles extra in terms of sugar form over here, and all that extra stuff is going to be not colliding with the chocolate. So in case we got no chocolate and we are producing the chocolate, but we also need the sugar is going to be prioritized into the Blaze Cake farm. So with that, we got pretty much all the essential for the fluid going 24/7. I mean, of course, the backlog of the honey could be an issue, but we need to check that later. Could be the same with the lava, but we got infinite supply, and could be with the chocolate, but now we are getting that on priority, and of course with the Blaze Cake. So with that, I would say we spent the whole week in a huge, massive success, and the next week is going to be the scary one, because we need to test the Blaze Cakes. We need to test the generation of the ores. We need to test how to expand this, because I believe it's possible. I just need to tweak this around. And we need to test the vault, because we got everything fixed, like my heal, and that is going to be really, really cool. So if you're interested in that, feel free to drop by on my Twitch. We are going to be live today and all the week. Wednesdays and Fridays too. And we shall see us there. So bye.